Hello. I can see it's kind of far away. I couldn't see without the glasses on. Hello, my friends. Well, I'm doing a special video today. I usually do not do videos like this, but I just delivered and dropped my um, monthly read for June, and the High Priestess came through, and I thought it came out fluidly fabulous. But as I was uploading my monthly reading, had a little time on my hands, and I went to see. Um, I didn't really went to see. I was popping up what videos came up, and there's Doreen Virtue, which I have boycotted her on my channel. I shan't read any more of her decks, and I think the last time I talked about this, I said I would read Archangel Michael's because that's what brought me to the YouTube. But you know what? I'll make my own damn Archangel Michael decks up now. But honestly, I watched this video while my monthly read was being uploaded. And she starts talking her nonsense. And for all these weeks now, she keeps asking for money. And I've talked about this. Don't send a millionaire money. Monetary things are ruled by Diablo, the devil. And the devil also rules karma. So I'm going to let her get her own karma. I'm going to let her. But now she's delivered today, and I have her decks, but I've never bought any of her books. I don't really align too much with Doreen Virtue because she's never been, like a soul to soul connection to me. But I respected her for her authorship. Well, now she delivered a deck today written with her and her son, Abundance Angels or Angels of Abundance. So Doreen Virtue, this is my verb for you. Verve. V-E-R-V-E. This is my verb for you. Why don't you align with those angels? Okay. And don't continue asking for money. And there she was on the next. For weeks and weeks, she ends with send me money. Send me money to pay for animals and feed and, building my new home and paying for this farm. I decided to add all that. My dragon is here. He and I are pissed off. Trust that. Trust that. She's nasty. You know what? And I'm going to add a little shine for Doreen Virtue. You're not the most nasty, but that man you married, and I don't even know why this bitch has to marry all these men. Once you have children, you don't have to get married again. But trust me, I'm making this video just for you. Because you are one of the most nasty skanks on the YouTube now to me. And how I relate. And now I came on the YouTube on 2011. Well, March 2011, I came on the YouTube because I wanted to see, because they kept telling me the year before, get on YouTube, in which I'm like, I'm not getting on damn YouTube. I have so much hate already because I believe in what I believe in this town and area and philosophy. So, but I always listen to my higher forces that be. And then, so I go on March 11th, and I start seeing this Doreen Virtue. She's literally ahead of her time, I thought. I wisdom, okay. And she speaks of the angels. I believe in angels. I've always believed in angels. Always, always. I believe in your angels, my darlings. Believe in your angels, okay? But then again, I didn't really vibe with her, because she's all about to. And then that she's been married so many times, and, But anyway, so let's come to today. So I dropped my video where the High Priestess comes through, which you know I adore. But so I follow her, and then she brings out this deck about angels of abundance. So to you, Doreen Virtue, why don't you read your own damn decks and stop asking people for money? And literally, the ones who send her the money, she brought this up. She brings these words up. The sensitive ones, the sensitive ones, the sensitive ones. And I'll put on my curry beads. Because me, as a high priestess, I'm going to talk to you, Doreen Virtue, today. I think you're just a skank. A skank. And you know what? I'm going to give 50% of your skankness to this new man you met. A dumbass. I truly believe that he kind of figured out Doreen Virtue had some money and stature, and oh, she lives in Hawaii, and now they have this farm, and now asking for money. And literally, in all the years that I've been on the YouTube, I've never seen anyone, even the ones with no money, ask for money. And so here we have a millionaire asking for money to pay for the animals. And I've been, talking about, I literally ran an animal hospital for 14, I was involved 14 years, and proud of it. Okay, and I was married to that man for 17 years, 20-year relationship. But now we exit because he doesn't believe in anything what I do, which is fine. Exit, goodbye. Haven't talked to him for probably 10 years. But that this woman who makes a lot of money off of us, I've invested 5 years of my life reading her damn decks, and I've invested a couple $100 or more or whatever. Because, like I said, I never bought her books. But now she has this new deck, Angels of Abundance. So Doreen Virtue, I hope you watch this, or your people watch this, and say, why don't you read your own damn angel cards and stop sucking the juice out of people with no money? Because she even said in this video, she calls them the sensitive ones. The sensitive ones. Don't ba 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 ba. Well, the sensitive ones are the ones with no money. And they still probably are the ones sending you money to buy your clothes. Oh, and that's the nastiest thing I've ever said. Trust. When I worked in the public forum, I wore nice clothes. But here in St. Petersburg, Florida, we have this beautiful society, which I was involved with 10 years ago very much. It's called Casa. And actually, it was I built this little project after I was post-divorce. I started flipping condos out here. Actually, I built the condo that you see many videos from. And I built this other condo, and literally above me was these two ladies. They loved each other, and they approached me saying, we do a lot with Casa in St. Petersburg, Florida. Would you like to be involved? And I totally joined on board. And Casa is a society, a beautiful thing in the respect that all these women that are abused by their husbands, they are literally running out of their home, with a gun to their head or a knife to their back, holding their children with their clothes that they just ran out, and they run away. And Casa is a halfway house to rehabilitate them. And the beautiful thing about Casa was that, and no disrespect to the men in the way that, many of these men who abuse women or they were raised in abusive households too. And many of these women who align with these men, they were abused too. It's like they just abuse each other forever and ever. It's sad. That's, again, DIABLO. DIABLO runs money, karma, okay? Understand? The karma comes back to these, okay, I can catch this woman, I can abuse her, okay? But anyway, so I get involved with Casa, C-A-S-A in Spanish, Casa, the home. So they would run to the shelter. And but the beautiful thing about Casa is that they only want, it wasn't like, because I, have sent, oh my goodness, so many items to Goodwill for all the years I've lived. Okay. But this was different. This is, they want beautiful items, items that you want to hand down for their homes, and beautiful items and clothing that you want to donate so that they can establish themselves again towards getting a job interview, so they can wear a nice outfit, because they have no money. They're literally running out of their freaking house, okay, with no money, and the men have no money either. It's just what the devil does to people. Okay, I think Doreen Virtue is loaded with that right now. So here we have these women running. But what Casa shared with me was that donate your beautiful clothes, which I had, empowerment clothing and the respect business wear. And so it was where they can now go to have interviews for a job, interviews for, I can, they're not stupid women, okay? They're just women caught up in where the devil wants to keep them, in a den of abusive parents, and the men too. No disrespect, the men too. They're just taught abusive ways. But this Casa taught me how women can be, and I would go to these luncheons. I would donate money, and I've always, donated to them. So here, respect. That's how we donate. We do not donate to a millionaire who lives in a $1 million property in Hawaii, and now she wants to what? Send her new deck out about abundance angels. You can see it set me off today. It set me off. And I will cut her off. I will continue to cut her off every fucking day now. Doreen Virtue. If your people are following me, you better believe it. You're going to get what you give. It's called karma. And you better get rid of that dumbass. So I have 3 decks here right now. My most powerful ones, my runes, my amulet discs, and my medicine cards. And I'm going to pick one of each. And whatever they say to me is what I'm going to send to you, Doreen Virtue. Because I find you now asking for money every week. Again, I've never, ever seen anyone, even the ones with nothing, provide and give and share nourishment to all of us. And that you continue. And this Bible thing better stop. That you just got baptized is a good thing. Because the devil's always. And you know why you got baptized? Because this ex-husband or this husband of yours and the exes send you hate all the time. Because really, I think you're a bitch. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I think you are. And I am. I'm going to contact Hay House. I'm going to contact them. I'm going to make sure that Louise Hay, who founded this in the 80s, knows that you are. Does she know you write to people genuinely who are soul searching, trying to find their spirit source force? And you just say, send me money. No, this is the nastiest video yet I've made in the respect of fucking with people who are nasty. I've dropped a couple videos like this already. Like I said, I fucked with the people in Miami. Now I'm gonna fuck with the people in Hawaii. Nasty. How dare you, Doreen Virtue, drop a video today about abundance angels. Angels of abundance. Whatever the fuck it's called. You are one nasty. And that you keep asking for money and reading from the Bible. I forbid you to do that. Jesus. There was no Bible before Jesus. That's how skanky she is. She's just preaching from a Bible and then asking for money when she's a millionaire. Okay. So here we go, Doreen Virtue. This is for you. See this rune? Protection I have. Diablo will never fuck with me. Trust that. But you, Doreen Virtue, you better get some shit going on here. Because I find you nasty. That what you delivered today on this YouTube channel is the pure nastiest thing I've ever seen yet. Making money off the weak ones. You make money off weak people. And see, the weak people don't follow my videos. It's only the strong ones who follow my videos. Because we know what we are. But I know your people know who I am. And you better believe I'm coming for you. You are one nasty broad. But again, get rid of that man of yours. He's the nastiest fuck. And that you say that what? Oh, I live in a 1,000 square foot house now in this big old ass farm. Oh, and then my mother and father now live with me. So you got 4 people living in your fucking big ass farm. You're a liar. You are so corrupt by the demon, Diablo. No, he's not even a demon. Demons are creatures of the devil. I got a big ass video coming up on this Thursday, new moon. And I'm going to blow it all up. And I might put your name in it to make sure everybody knows that you're working with the negative forces that be materialistically. So I'm going to pick one rune. You know what? And I'm not even going to look at it. And I'm just going to put it in the book. Okay? This is for you. You nasty woman. And you nasty man. You're a nasty man. You're just lucky. Because I'm not going to be able to do it to you. Or get you. Sorry, I told you I believed in you. You are one nasty fraud. Louise Hay, I'm definitely going to write to her about what you're doing on this YouTube channel, asking for money. And actually, I'm going to repeat myself again. I have never, ever, in the 6-7 years I've been following or being on this YouTube channel, anybody ask for money every week but you. And you are what, a millionaire, right? Right? You have a freaking $1 million piece of property. Right? Right. Yeah. You should be. Oh, look at this right in my hand. Turtle. Look at this. And I have even delivered stories about how I worked at the Clearwater Marine Center during Virtue when Winter, who is now a movie star, I never told anybody. I ran an animal hospital for 14 years. I never spoke of my wisdom. I never did anything but love on these animals. This is for you, Doreen Virtue. You are a POS. I'm standing that strong. Mother Earth, do you see that, Doreen Virtue? For your people who follow me, and for you who do too. But your man, I'm gonna pick one more. Because honestly, This is what I think of you, Doreen Virtue. And I want them, I want all these totem animal wisdom to share what they think about you. Because I find no guidance in you. Possum. I had a big grand possum die on my property. You know what? I'm going to attach that video just to this video. And I'm going to pick one more. And the dog. And the dog that you had on your property. You put it in the sun. It was hot. It doesn't even like you anymore. I find you the most negative one yet. The most negative one yet on this YouTube channel. And I will. I'm going to write. I am going to write about you, Doreen Virtue. With all the high priestess stuff that I have of knowledge, of wisdom, where you keep asking for money. A millionaire who asks for money should die. That's what I'm saying. Look. Oh, fuck you, Doreen Virtue. Look at this. Look at this, Doreen Virtue. Protection. Double protection. You see? Even the gods and goddesses. Odin! Odin! Protecting me from your double negativity. You are truly wicked. I'm gonna let you get your karma, Doreen Virtue. Asking for money. Skank. Fuck off. Look at this. How did that come through, Doreen Virtue? How did that come through? Or your pussy. Or your fucking whatever. I'm gonna curse on this fucking piece of shit reading I'm doing because it's a piece of shit that you are. I'm protected. Because you know what? They know, the ancient ones know you're about DIABLO now. Making money. Oh, and send me some money. And oh, look what I delivered today. The angels of money. Or whatever you did. You are hateful, and I'm going to make sure that I deliver a message to Hay House. No doubt about it. There's no way that and this rune I received a couple years ago. I went to this beautiful drum circle thing, and this woman just walked up to me with a basket and said, pick a rune. I'm like, oh, I love the runes. But she didn't know. I loved my runes. The runes were my first divination set. And I picked this one. And she drew it. And I mean, she drew on this. She painted this. And here we go. And I said, oh, I got the rune of protection. And you can see her mind went a little sideways like. And now look what else I picked. Just for your reading, Doreen Virtue. Because you are just nasty as shit. I'm protected now by the gods and goddesses because they understand that now you are truly in a matrix of DIABLO. Making money. Well, we can all make money, but we don't have to tap the devil. And that you delivered this new card deck and you keep asking for money. Well, why don't you read that card deck? The Abundance of Angels, whatever the fuck it is. You're a nasty skank. That's exactly what you are. You're a nasty skank. So I'm going to continue reading because I've been wanting to do a reading just for Doreen Virtue to tell her to F off. And that's what I'm going to do today. F off. You're an F. That's all you are. You're a nasty broad. Making money, making money. You have $1 million Hawaii farm. Now we're supposed to pay for your freaking animals. Oh, trust not. Trust not. And look at the elk is here. Oh my Lord, so powerful. What is my destiny? Protection. Sedges of rushes. The elk. I can't even hold all these powerful stones in my hands during virtue. Not that you would know, because you know nothing of Earth Mother medicine. You're just some psychologist who made well with writing bullshit. Control of the emotions, that's an issue here. No doubt about it. But when I saw you keep asking for money, my emotions went awry. But I'll let the stones talk. During times of transition, shifts in life course, and accelerated self-change, it is important not to collapse yourself into your emotions, the highs as well as the lows. New opportunities and challenges are typical of this room, and with them may come trespasses and unwanted influences. And you are unwanted influence in my life. I will never read any of your decks again. I find you a culprit of Diablo, no doubt about it. As I twist my Orisha power, Kari wrap, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I find you hysterically unfaithful to the cause of spirit. Algiz. Algiz is the name of this warrior stone. I'm going to show it light. Algiz. Make sure that you come. I'm going to come for glory. I find you the most successful evil person on this YouTube talking about spirituality. But you know what? It's going to come back to you. It's called karma. Because what you've been doing is pure nonsense. Algiz serves as a mirror for the spiritual warrior. And on my channel, Doreen Virtue and all your squad, that's all I speak of. How we're going to become spiritual warriors. And we know that Jesus is a large, tall, and he has a squad. And you don't speak about that, do you, Doreen Virtue? No, you're speaking about a Bible that didn't even exist when he was alive. And there's so many Bibles, and that's why we have wars, because the freaking whatever they are, everybody has a different Bible. The Hebrews have their own Bible, and the Muslims have their own Bible. But it's not about a Bible, Doreen Virtue. And you don't get that. But ask everybody for money. Continue asking for money, because we're going to come for you. Algiz serves as a mirror for the spiritual warrior, the one whose battle is always with the self, the small self. See? Small self. That's what I see you. But you make money, and you keep asking for money. That's a materialistic personality. The warrior's protection is like the curved horns of the elk or the warning rustle of the sedge grass, for both serve to keep open space around you. Remain mindful that timely right action and correct conduct are your only true protection. If you find yourself feeling pain, observe the pain, stay with it. Do not try to pull down the veil and escape from life, but denying what is happening. You will progress, knowing that is your protection and that you will progress. And me who follow my storyline, we are going to progress. And Jesus is not in the freaking Bible, and he never was. Jesus is a spiritual warrior right now, and he's with a squad, and I'm the one to deliver it as the high priestess I am. Because I'm putting this to you, Doreen Virtue, and how you want to make money off your damn shit. And I don't care. I'm gonna leave my channel open. You don't allow people to comment to you. You don't allow dislikes or likes. I'm gonna leave my channel open to everybody. Let them comment. Let them comment on me. But you, Doreen Virtue, I've never really, besides the Miami folk, I'm gonna make sure you feel me. I'm gonna make sure you feel me. I'm gonna make sure you feel me. I'm gonna make sure because I feel you are. Look at this now, spider. Oh my God! Create, create, create. It's spider wisdom. You have no idea how we're gonna web you with your lies and making money off. You don't deserve it. But it's your man. You know, I'm gonna give you 50-50. You married the wrong man. And I remember I saw a video because I've been following you for a long time, Doreen Virtue. And I remember, oh, if I ever, meet a man named Mike, I'm gonna marry him. And look what he's done. How does he make money? What is his value in this life? And he make sure you baptize yourself. Your mother and father didn't baptize you, but your mother and father now living with you, because they know he's a dumbass. But you have no idea what I'm going to do. From my mother and for earth, our source, may the goddess heal our lives, heal our world. I'm all about the goddess. All about the goddess. And now I'm going to make certain that my spirit power offends you, Doreen Virtue, because you have offended me. You have offended me, and that you have this abundance angel. Well, you better stop asking for money. You hear me? And if you ask for money next week in your videos, I'm going to drop another. I'm going to continue sending videos down on you, Doreen Virtue, because I find you just a dumbass. That's all I'm going to say. I find you like you are just total. And why do you have to get married all the time? I don't get that either. Look at this. And my childhood creativity, spider sacred creativity. My first selection, look at this. My first pull ever in this book was 1994. 1994. My first selection, I wrote. My first selection, spider, medicine, sacred creativity, sacred creativity. Here's carved a shell disc from the Native American Mississippian Southern culture in Illinois, original 1000 CE spider, the creatrix. And that's why when the Spaniards came here and all these British to annihilate our beautiful Native Americans, trust me, I got something to say about that. And even though I have Spaniard blood in my veins, trust. See that? Spider, the creatrix, sits at the center of her world, defining her limits, determining her own fate, manifesting her own future. And I even wrote, my childhood creativity. See that? This is real. And this is all about Doreen Virtue's bullshit. Okay? She has no wisdom. She's just making money off DIABLO's vein and asking for money. Make your money. Hallelujah, amen. But that you keep asking every week for people to send you money. The ones don't even have money. They just want to believe in you. I'm going to let karma come for that. In many Native American creation myths, Spider Woman weaves the world into being. From the Hopi tradition, Spider Woman took earth and water into her mouth and created the first beings in order to bring joy. And joy has been delivered on my table very much, Doreen Virtue. And I'm not going to let you destroy that into the empty world. Among the Navajo, both Spider Woman and Spider Man teach the gift of weaving to their people. Your man is a skank. Some say Spider-Woman wove the web that provided images of the first alphabet. Because she walks on earth and weaves her home in the sky, it is said that the spider has the power to bring together two worlds. The goddess, like the Native American Spider-Woman, is said to have initiated creation by first weaving two threads and crossing them at the center of the world, thus creating the four directions. Note that the uppermost body of the spider goddess amulet is divided into four quarters. Look at that, four quarters. Okay, there she is. Okay, I'm going to continue. The spider has been long associated with witchcraft. She weaves her magical spells of protection as well as entrapment, and thereby personifies the goddess of life and death. Her ability to devour her mate has been the focus of much arachnophobia. Whether spinning tales, casting spells, weaving garments, or creating new life from her own body, the woman, the goddess, and the spider have always been associated, uniting the ethereal threads of cosmic spirits with flesh and blood. In the invisible magic that unites creative vision with action, you'll find the efforts of Spider-Woman at work. And creative expression is sacred. So I'm creating this sacred expression of my total wisdom that you, Doreen Virtue, keep asking for money from those who don't have the money. And you don't give a crap. You really don't. I'm ashamed of you, actually. I'm ashamed of you. Spider Goddess says it's time to weave the sacred dimension of creativity back into your life. And these are for the ones reading this and, deny her. Deny her. You have more sacred wisdom than she does. If you're following wisdom, especially from me, you know that we have to create. It comes from the root source to the crown chakra. It's not about writing a damn book and say, oh, buy it, and then, oh, send me more money. Creative expression is sacred energy. Sacred energy. I don't know where you come from, Doreen Virtue, but I'm going to tell you, you and your man are going to get denied by me from here on out. And trust me, I know how to do it. I know how to speak my wisdom, and I know how to embrace sacred law, and I know how to embrace what's really real. And you're living in this far out, give me money. You're living with Diablo, that's all I'm going to say. That's where you live. You live with Diablo. You live with Diablo, and go on with that. Look at this, Possum. Oh, my Lord, help my soul. Possum. And I had this possum that, I'm going to add this to the end, I think. No, he was too cool to me. I'm not going to add this to this nasty video that I'm doing just for you, because I feel you just full of crap. The totem animal as full moon in Virgo, 2/22/16. Okay, so I knew that this is when he passed on my yard, and I wrote this big ass, and actually I had to call animal control because he was so big. And actually I have a video that the crows came, and you know what, I'm gonna drop this video first, and then I will add this crow video. They woke me up at 7 in the morning. All these crows, they're crying, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And I thought they just wanted, I don't even know what they wanted, but I woke up and I started just watering the plants. Then actually I walked back to the area where I film, where the crows come, and I saw this possum. He was huge, and I had the hose, and so I just sprinkled some water. I'm thinking, because usually possums are nocturnal, but they can come out during the day, like coons and possums are nocturnal, but he wouldn't get up. And I realized he had passed, and I realized that when I looked that up, it's like when a possum passes in your yard, it's like you have spiritual destiny to come. And this was about a year ago. So I'll add that. I'll add that as a mini version, and I'll make it righteous to myself. But I'm going to make sure I have no pleasant desires for you any longer, Doreen Virtue. Possum, roll over. Are you really dead? Or just playing possum? Was it something I said? And like I said, here. And I wrote, it was crazy. He died on this full moon. And I wrote, not bleeding, not mangled, seemed as if it was sleeping. Because he did. I thought he was sleeping. Not mangled, not bleeding, just seemed he was sleeping. I did. I ran to my animal cards right away because he was huge. And when I contacted animal control, they told me that was the biggest possum they've caught in a long time. Here he is. Found this possum deceased in my backyard. See how I do my voodoo stuff, Doreen Virtue? I don't have to lie about anything and ask for money. I'm sending spirit source forces to the light. Where you just keep asking money for what? Feed your animals? That's your responsibility. The Great Spirit's going to come for you. You're evil. That's how I look at you. You know what? I'm not even going to read this. If Possum has turned up in your cards, you are being asked to use strategy in some present situation. This is my strategy for you. Because literally, I've been on here close to 6 years. Nobody's going to deny my wisdom. Victory is sweet when the strategy is one of mental as well as physical prowess. A possum's greatest form of protection is to play dead. And possum medicine uses a great deal of strategy. So my strategy is if all else fails, possum plays dead. It has the ability to fight with its claws and teeth, but it rarely uses this form of protection. I'm going to let Diablo come for you, Doreen Virtue. No doubt about it. And your man. Especially your man. I find him nasty. 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 And then you ask for money every week. Continue to do that because I'm going to write to Hay House. No, I really am. And especially since you delivered this praying to the angels of abundance deck. You better start praying to that. No doubt about it. Loyalty. I'm just going to close with this, actually. Dog, you're so noble until the bitter end. Your medicine is the teaching of true and royal friends. That's what I'm going to end with for you, Doreen Virtue. You better gather that you had friends on this YouTube channel, but I won't be one. I shall not. Just know. And the dog that you brought today in this video, I think his name was Bentley. You know, you don't bring the doggies out anymore. You just want to make sure everybody, you know, sees all these farm animals and say, pay for them, send me money, and buy my clothes. Well, in Hawaii, as I understand, men beat the women up all the freaking time. So you better start donating your freaking clothes to them instead of putting on eBay. You nasty, nasty, nasty one. I find you the nastiest one yet, Doreen Virtue, and I will make sure that I come for you every which way I want to. You truly are pure nasty, pure nasty, pure nasty.